What's going on, boys? My name is Schlatt. If I asked you how you were doing, I hope the answer would be well. And also, holy shit, what a microphone! And welcome to Inbox. I know, I have a new microphone today. This is, I've come to the realization that most microphones, if you actually look back, most of them don't actually sound like utter dog trash. So I figured I'd up it at least a little bit to be at an acceptable level. And so I said, welcome to Inbox. And so this is a new series. This is something I want to do a little more often on this channel. I know I've fielded a question from someone before about internet fatigue and distancing yourself from social media and that kind of stuff. And I recently got another question from a viewer sent in via email, which was a nice little surprise, considering the fact that I rarely get emails these days. And it's a question I think I can give some useful input on. Me being a YouTuber extraordinaire, generally, a wealth of knowledge and wisdom and someone who has thoughts left and right. So here goes. And let me clear the air real quick. I'm not going to answer something I know I can't give advice on. And if you think you have better advice, please leave it in the comments. All right, he writes, "My name is blank and I watched your Minecraft tribute video. I'm 18 years old. I just quit my job because I realized it didn't make me happy, and I was recommended to make YouTube videos. Your video meant a lot to me because your message that the fondest time you had in the game was when you didn't know how to play, and I remember that so fondly when I started playing in 2011. I was wondering if you could help me. I currently am living with my parents. They've told me that they don't mind me living with them because they don't need the room. I'm not an expensive person, and they love me. So I currently don't need much income. However, I don't know what I want to do with my life." I always thought I wanted to be a chef, but after a few months working in the industry, I started to just hate it. I probably just made an impulsive decision because I'm young and should absolutely try again. But before I decided to leave, every person I worked with told me that I should go and try acting or a podcast or something like that. I didn't have faith in myself, so I just listened to them. I always wanted to do acting because I really enjoy making people laugh. However, I don't believe that I have the talent nor the follow-through to accomplish it. Is there anything you'd recommend to help with that? First of all, thanks for coming to me for help. I don't know why you did that. You could have gone to any other commentary YouTube channel. Could have gone to any other commentary YouTube channel, and they'd honestly, I could probably give the best advice out of any of those clowns. But I do appreciate the email. All my email is these days is just PayPal telling me I have to update my tax information, which I probably should do. But either way, it's nice to hear from a human. Let me preface this by saying I am a guy sitting in a basement right now. I'm not that much older than you. I don't know how to fix all your problems. I'm fairly certain of what I want to do, and I think I've been taking the right steps, I think, to put myself in a good position when I'm out of college. But what stands out to me here initially for you is the YouTube part. You said you don't feel like you're doing much or haven't accomplished much. You're disillusioned with what you thought you wanted to do for the rest of your life, which was being a chef, so you left. And everyone around you, I'm guessing in the kitchen and in the restaurant or wherever you worked, seem to be telling you to go into acting or some form of entertainment. I think the answer would be a lot different here if you were in your 20s or were in a situation where money was tight. It's good that your parents aren't kicking you out of the house. Presumably you're still in school, so you're getting an education, you're becoming a well-rounded person. And hey, if people around you were telling you to go into entertainment, you're already one step ahead of where I was when I started thinking about that kind of stuff. I'd wanted to do YouTube for a long-ass time. I tried multiple channels. I have a video about it on this channel. But when I started the J Schlatt channel, no one saw the quiet, cynical kid sitting aloof in the back of the classroom playing City Skylines during history class and said, yeah, put him in front of a microphone. So if you've got people who think you should actually go into that kind of stuff, I think it's worth a shot. But you've got time to figure it out. And so even if, leaving after a few months as a chef was definitely an impulse decision, it's a decision you can afford to make, I think. I'm assuming you're not some kind of culinary deity. You're not SpongeBob with the golden spatula, so the job you were doing probably wasn't what you'd be doing for the rest of your life, like as you continue to get more experience and do that kind of stuff. You'd obviously go up the ranks and do something you might enjoy a little more. So I don't think you should rule out that possibility entirely going forward. If you stick with it, you might find out that, hey, there's ways for me to make this work, ways for me to make this job more enjoyable. And it doesn't even have to be at the place you were working at. I mean, hell, I think there's a lot of people out there who need food. I don't think you'll have that tough of a time finding another place to employ you. And so on the podcasting or acting thing, if you're trying to start a YouTube channel, brace for impact here, but it's not going to be an overnight success. It's not going to be a success at all, probably, at least for a very long time. unless you truly are some prodigy. And people call me a prodigy all the time. I mean, have you seen a tribute to Minecraft? Come on. You're not going to be at the point where you can make a living doing that kind of stuff for a very, very long time. And if you go into YouTube thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to make a living doing that, you're going to quit. You're 100% going to quit. That's a fact. It's got to be something you love. Making videos has to be something you love, something you're good at, and something you're willing to put the energy into every week, every day to improve. As Jinx says, and this is a callback to the first episode, you got to eat, sleep, and shit, YouTube. So yeah, you got to love it. And you have to realize that you're nowhere close to being where you want to be when you start. I mean, that's with any field, but it's easy to get this survivorship bias with YouTubers who are just like, oh yeah, follow your dreams, just make videos, dude. That's a very rare case, and they're blinded. You know, they don't know what they did right, they don't know what they did wrong, and God knows that if you're good at something, there's some guy in China who could do it better than you for half the price. Anyways, so keep that in mind. And look, even me saying this to you right now, I'm biased. Right? I love making videos, and I feel like everyone has a story to tell, whether it's about video games or life or commenting over TikTok videos. So me saying, oh yeah, YouTube is great, it isn't really me saying much at all. And here's something else. All this stuff I do, I'm doing school, I'm doing YouTube, I'm doing work in IT. I've been sticking with this stuff for a while. All right, at my job, I'm talking with people all the time, whether it's over the phone, in person, I'm fixing hardware issues, software. And gradually, over years of me getting acquainted with how all this stuff works and how to conduct, how to conduct myself, how to conduct myself in these situations, I like it more than I did when I started because I've gotten better at it. It's gotten easier for me to communicate with people, and there's not that much of a barrier. I imagine that's the same for being a chef. I'm not sure about it, and I don't think you're sure about it either, considering you haven't given it much time. And back to the entertainment thing, the same thing goes for making YouTube videos. I say this all the time, but go back to my video called Gamer Words. No idea how to talk to an audience, which is fine, because I didn't even have an audience back then. And looking back, I see why. It's because I sucked. But over time, I got more experience. I got comfortable in front of a microphone, and now I'm able to ramble about random shit for 3 hours in front of hundreds of people on live streaming, and it's been a natural progression. I've been doing this for 8 years, dude. That progression you're going to follow as a creator, you're going to follow it as a chef, in relationships, as an athlete, everywhere. You build skills, but you also build confidence in your ability, and that's what the progression is. Obviously, you know better than I do about this, but I think that if you really wanted to be a chef, if you really thought you wanted to be a chef, I think you might want to give it a little more time than just a few months. Like I said, look for a different place to work. You might build up that confidence to the point where you do have faith in yourself, and you can make it work for yourself. And you feel confident in your decisions. You don't let other people make them for you. You have time, so don't get paranoid. Don't stress yourself out over it yet. But also don't take this time for granted either. At the end of the day, people like you and me need to be going full steam ahead with setting ourselves up for future success. I hope that helps, and I know that there's probably a bunch of people listening right now who are in a similar boat, and I wish you all the best. If you boys have any other questions or cries for help you think I could help you with, email them to me, man. jschlatt@pm.me. Maybe I'll continue with this inbox question answering kind of thing going forward. Just don't ask me for sex advice. I have absolutely none of that. Boys, I want to thank you all for watching, and have a fantastic week.